All right, this is my 51st video. It's funny as I'm making this video, I'm having some technical difficulties, which I believe that perhaps it's just not a technical difficulty that happened on its own. But it's funny when there's issues where these perps try to kind of like use this moment to implant their fantasy, their personas. Actually comes on perfect timing because in this video I'm going to talk about how they try to create a different persona to create this self-image. They want you to see yourself in a different fashion. I've been hearing them just tell me, we're gonna do this to you, like all the torture. They're gonna frame me. They're gonna do that. So I understand they're just saying that to me, not just to warn me for it, just to, but to make me feel the anxiety ahead of time. Now, please understand that I keep saying these people are trash. They will do everything trash can do. They have no law. They are human trash. It's funny how they try to say, "No, we are we are the what's the word? Sorry. They call the target individual a human maggot, right? And I'm like, so what does he make you? A human gold? And they immediately know what I'm saying because I know what they do. I know how disturbing they are. But today I just wanted to kind of address certain things, and I've been dropping videos many as much as I can, and that's because I know there'll be a time things like I'm gonna lose myself to the point where I will not be able to express myself. So I'm doing this now when I'm still able to express myself. As I'm saying that, perps around me are gonna make their noise campaign. They use childlike people. They use people with no self-respect. It's not even having shame. It's just like they have no self-respect. They're trash. They keep saying you're gonna lose because they're gonna frame me. They're gonna do this. They're gonna sue me. Like, listen, trash is gonna do what trash do. Your job is to be a human trash, to trash people. So, so that's that. And so, what I'm trying to make today as a video is how they try to change your self-image, how you see yourself, in order for you to accept this disturbing pedophilia persona they've created. Yesterday, I dropped a video. One of my last video is they were trying to make me think of a memory where my friend said something about something in regard of something, and try to use that as you see, your friends are all always suspicious of you being a pedophile, and so we knew that this, and it's all things they try to put together. Matter of fact, even this memory of itself might not even be 100% accurate. But they're trying to find ways to make you accept things. But what they've done a lot with the memories is implant stimulations, perceptions that now today, as a target individual, experience, because these people, like I said, they're very pedophilia centric. They have the good thing about this thing is the systematics of this whole thing. They are very systematic. They are very like you hear things from back in 2007 talk about, I've been me, I know this. Like, that's the same thing. They do the pedophilia type of torture. This term, pedophilia type of torture, has been said by others. And then, so they use these childlike individuals that's supposed to gaslight you. It's like they are. And do you know? I obviously have seen a few of them. They're not people, very impressive people, but they can use anybody. Your job as a target individual is understanding they will manipulate you into something else. They will manipulate you. They will manipulate your brain. You will not have the same perceptions. You will not have everything you experience will change. But most importantly, they do this disturbing, degrading torment, which I've talked about. They do the pedophilia type of torment, right? And you hear this child like no, they are, and they truly use childlike individuals. I think the reason why they use them is to try to agitate you, because obviously anybody who sounds like that will never be taken serious. But it would agitate somebody that this childlike individual is trying to, like a child, argue with you. No, they are. That's how they sound, right? And you understand, okay, this is obviously somebody who's meant to annoy you a bit because you are pretty validated. And the validation is not just because you know yourself, but the validation is because there's a pattern of pedophilia type of torment. Well, they are trying to create patterns. So what I mean by self-image is, for me now, what they've done for a few weeks or so, months or so, they've tried to go back in my memories and try to kind of create new memories, new version, create narrations, so that as I think of myself before August 2019, which is the day when my brain has no longer been mine, I think of myself in these pedophilia ways that they've created, they've molded, they've put together. So I can be like, oh no, this, you're right. You know what? You're not doing anything to me. You're not doing to my perceptions. You guys are not doing the pedophilia type of torture. Matter of fact, they are. It's proof that this is naturally me. Like, they truly want me to have these kind of ways of thinking. Now it sounds ridiculous, but these people, this is what they do. And so they, like, you're gonna get raped, torture, like, and then they use the tactics of torture, the tactics of warning you for torture, fear tactics to make you accept this. These are all tactics to make you identify to this thing. They want you to see yourself in a different fashion. So one thing I've noticed too, I was looking at pictures of myself, older pictures of myself, and in some of this picture, I'm like extremely skinny. And and kind of sometimes the way I look, my eyes are looking a little, in a different ways, and I have my glasses on. There's a glare on my glasses. I'm looking, and so as I'm looking at those pictures, they try to make me imagine, is that not like what a pedophile would look like? So I can start imagining myself as a pedophile. When in reality, they rearrange your self-image. They want you to start looking at you. If I don't have a picture of myself smiling, looking like, in a better looking picture of myself, and we'll look at myself, then they try to be like, don't you look like seriously? They are so obvious that they're just trying to break you down. The isolation is that. Isolation makes you accept these weird ways of thinking. Now that you look a certain way, you look at yourself a certain way, you start thinking, oh, maybe, and then truly, like, based on how I looked in certain pictures. Oh, my glasses are, let me see. And then you hear these childlike individuals and people with no freaking self-respect. I say, they believe you. So I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm just letting you know that I'm not subscribing. I know you believe me. I know you believe me. I know that you're working on manipulating my thoughts. So it's not a question about you believing me. It's making sure that you, as you do your thing, will never let you live your fantasy. You sold your soul to pedophiles. That's why I call this trash. They're just a bunch of trash. I don't even see them as people who are evil, mean, or nothing. I just see them as the trash with no self-respect. And I'm glad they do this because I'm not subscribing to this. I've become so strong in my self-awareness that it's just beyond that. Like, and they like to make be comical about being strong, because I keep saying just be strong. It's like, oh, they're like, you are so strong. You're strong. Wow, you're so strong. Try to mock me, right? And the reality is, I understand. First, your job is to gaslight me, but being strong to me is different. I'm not being physically strong, but I'm so assured of myself that even when my brain is completely ravaged and manipulated and the persona and self-images are implanted, I'm not subscribing to that. I'm not subscribing to the gaslighting. And they're like, oh, but we're going to take you to court. Okay. You get my point. Okay. This is the people that's interacting with me. And they say that with, like, courts. Okay. I'm not subscribing to your pedophilia type of torture. I know what you guys do. And they're like, you bastard. Okay. You are talking about some kind of framing. I don't know what you're talking about. But we know who's the pedos here. And I know who I am. And you know who you're working for. So they open the door, they slam the door, they say, you bastard. Such a gimmick. Never. I never let them live their fantasy. And I'm hearing these people, now you're gonna be poor. Because my current employer is definitely a target. It is definitely a perp, right? They hire me to disturb me. They keep saying things, oh, now you're gonna die in jail. I was like, listen, I'd rather rot in jail than live the way you live working for pedophiles. These people try to use their children, try to sound like, because they have children, they're protective of children. No, you're not. You're an opportunist. You know, this program utilize pedophilia type of torture. You force me to think in this way toward children. They're like, no, but think about what you did as a child. I'm not a child. I'm a grown man. And you're trying to make me think this disturbing way toward children. And you know this program is really harmful to children. And you're trying to dumb yourself down. I listen to the testimonies of like women and children being tortured. And they try to make themselves cry. They try to make themselves shed a tear. It's like, he's such a gimmick. He's such a fraud. In their mind, they want it to be this group, this different group that does not torture women and children, protecting children from pedophiles. Oh, the opposite. They are the pedophiles, torturing women and children, forcing men and women to think in these pedophile ways. This is why I'm making these videos to all my target individuals. They're going to try to make you see yourself in a different fashion, mess with your self-image. I used to look at myself, sometimes I look good in some pictures, sometimes I look bad, but, I still kind of love myself. Now, if there's a picture of me with an extra shadow and I have my glasses on and this is I look extra slim, or I look a little bit like I'm squinting my eyes a little bit, I'm looking a little bit like in a like menacing way a little bit. I was like, oh, you see, don't you know I look like a pedophile? They want you to subscribe to this. To almost target individuals, this destruction of your self-image is what they create to make you accept this pedophilia type of torment. So what I have the strength to say that I'm here to encourage and make sure that all target individuals that are forced to see themselves in this disturbing fashion, because they've put together these disturbing manipulations and while stimulating you, while manipulating you, do never subscribe to this trash. I was hearing this person saying, that's our uncle. And they'll say like, oh, we're going to frame you, we're going to set you up, you're going to be framed, you're going to go to jail, and our uncle's going to kill you. Some things like that. I'm like, listen, trash is trash. It could be your father, it could be your brother, it could be whatever. But I'm so thankful that I didn't have to work and do things for a program that does horrible things to women and children, and that is filled in this agency with pedophiles. Death comes to all of us. You guys are trash. It's funny when they try to call you, you're a human maggot. It's like, what are you then? Death comes to all of us. And they like to say one last thing. They're like, oh, we're going to watch you getting tortured. I've watched it. I'm going to watch you getting... And I'm like, I do not care what you do. Watch me. Please dedicate more time watching me die. It's nothing more. It's nothing sadder than you, a functioning individual, have to do this, have to watch me die. Oh, it's so sad, because I wouldn't care if I'm dying and I'm like, oh no, this perp is watching me die. Stop it. I don't care. I don't care about who. So them, they try to say that as if it's like such a luxury things to do. I do not wish to see you die, perps. I don't want to watch any of them die. I don't care. No, if something bad happened to them, it's for them. But would I want to be watching that? No. And they try to say, we watch because we're so... No, you watch because you're trash. You doing this to me, I don't even wish that onto you. I don't even wish to see you die. I don't care. You're nothing. What would I care about watching you die? They're like, no, you're nothing. If I'm nothing, why are you wasting your time watching me die? Because I don't care about you dying. I don't care about seeing you die. And you're involved in my targeting. You're doing these things to me. You're involved in this. I know you're just a bottom feeder, but you're involved. So to all my target individual, they have this tendency to utilize pedophilia in these ways. They're the pedos that try to make you believe that you are their pedo. They're pedophiles in the sense that they force you to think about kids in these ways. And they use childlike individuals that can agitate you using their childlike voices and make you accept these things. No, don't subscribe to it. Be strong. This self-image they've created is just what it is. And you know, like this morning I woke up and I could hear somebody whispering, kind of, and this is not the first time. I was half asleep. And I could hear this person talk, this is you, and it can, like in V2K voice, and it's like we are this group of strong feminists, and we're protecting kids, and you're a pedophile, and he, like in the fashion like that, just slowly, and basically training my brain. That's when like when you sleep, they go in and bombard you with what they say, so you can accept this narrative. Now, I don't know if it's that's the only way they go through your brain and rewire you and make you accept this way. But they definitely are working day in and day out to brainwash you into accepting this. The fact that they even repeat things over and over, this is typical brainwashing tactics. Now, to all my target individuals, regardless of what they say about what's going to happen to you, be strong and understand they're saying that because they want to see you break down and accept their fantasies. These people are pedos in the sense that they are wanting you to accept this pedophile type of torment, but they work for pedophiles. This BuzzFeed article is not a coincidence. That there'll be a bunch of pedophiles in those agencies where they obviously know they're pedophiles and still hire and recruit these pedophiles in places where this very, very, people have to be very, very much reviewed in order to be accepted to be working there. And then you hear these testimonies of target individuals that just basically validates you that, okay, that's why they are so pedophilia-centric. They do this pedophilia type of tormenting, then they want you to accept that as if it's you, using this nonsensical, illogical ways of forcing you to think and rewiring your memories, rewiring your thoughts. Now, I'm saying that this right now because I'm able to say it. There'll be a time I won't be able to say this. My memory will be completely ravaged to the point where this will be a distance memory that I'll never have. I can still recognize false memory. I can still recognize that this is not the organic me. But it's fading away. So I'm making videos, not only for you target individuals to be strong and understand that regardless of how they try to, they can't tell you who you are. Their job is to change you into something else. They're disturbing stuff. They're disturbing trash. As I'm speaking about this, I'm hearing all the different things they say. This is our asshole. Can you understand? Basically, they're going to do things to me. You're going to be tortured. You're going to... all the things they can say to distract me from saying they are not going to make me subscribe to this disturbing pedophilia persona that they've created. Well, in reality, I know they're the people who are very much pedophilia-centric. Let me repeat that. When they're very much the pedophilia-centric individual. This have been validated, and I'm so thankful to all the validation. When you hear target individuals saying that they're doing this forced ways of thinking, which include the pedophilia ways of thinking, this is validation. When you hear that almost all of them, so the majority of the target individuals dealing with V2K are forced to see child porn in their mind, you are understanding that there's something there. When you hear a woman who says that based on just the smell of baby powder, they start doing the pedophilia type of torture, you understand that, okay, what is going on here? So you guys aren't doing the pedophilia type of torture because you are a bunch of progressive-looking people? Stop it. You are delusional. And on top of that, I hear women saying there's a lot of women involved in this V2K programming. And then you hear, even as old as testimony from 2007, that neighbors move in. Some of the neighbors were trying to portray themselves as good people, as in good doers of some sort. Like basically a version of what these people in front of me are trying to present themselves as. I've been validated to the nth degree, and I'm so thankful to God. That's why I've become more and more thankful to God when I'm being more and more tortured. Because I would have completely lost it if I didn't have all these validations. They would have just made me even more on the spectrum faster than ever. Make me think, oh, you see, your friend said that, this nonsensical stuff. Now stimulating me. It's like, yes, now I understand. You're just trying to create this persona, manipulating my self-image of me, using my memories being manipulated this way, giving me stimulations in my memories that weren't there to create this persona. I understand that's what you're capable of doing. This is why I'm making these videos. To all target individuals, they're going to rewire you or make you somebody else. Completely. To the point even your memories will not feel the same. They have some stimulation toward children because they want you to feel this stimulation toward your children when you're a child. No, sorry, not when you're a child, but in your memories. Whenever they want you. So anytime there's a child involved, let's try to see how we can twist this. Add some stimulation, add some sensation, add some narrations, and that's that. Now you accept. You see, that's you. You see, we've proved. Be strong. And don't subscribe to this. Thank you.